Well, good afternoon. This is a happy day
It is.
for Suffolk County. It is a happy day because for years we've struggled and watched as our bays and our waterways, our groundwater have become contaminated and impacted. And when you think about it, 70% of this county is on cesspools. Now, there has to be a better way. And there was a better way. And it's doing sewers, but not only just sewers, but enhanced sewers. Some of the sewers that we have, and we do have 26 sewer districts in Suffolk County, are old and need to be refurbished. And most of the areas aren't even sewered. And the ones that are, many of them pour out into Port Jefferson Harbor, pour out into the ocean. We need sewers that are tertiary in nature. And we need sewers for a new generation. Sewers that will not only, Will, do you have the booklet? Come on up.
Right on cue.
That will not only allow us to create human waste, but road runoff, which is important. And this tells me everything I should be doing. Actually, what it tells me is a list of speakers. And I don't have to look around to tell me. I want you to take a look at the people around you. These are the people that made this happen. This is not a partisan thing. We have Democrats, we have independents, we have Republicans. We are united in spelling out the future of this county. We have Julie Ty from the New York State League of Conservation Voters. We have our good friend from the group for the East End. Who else do we have back there? We have other people back there. Oh, John Turner. We have Mark Herbst. We have Adrian Esposito. We have legislator Dominic Thorne. And we have my good friend and my legislator, my assemblyman, Fred Thiel, who helped sponsor this up in the state legislature. And something happens sometimes when you go to Albany, and sometimes we wonder, but Fred has been a consistent friend of the environment and a consistent friend for Long Island. So I cannot say thank you enough. We have our presiding officer, Kevin McCaffrey, and Adrian Esposito, who has worked so much for clean water, and we will work so much in the future for. And over here, we have Catherine, our legislator from the 1st District, Catherine Stark, and our good friend Kevin McDonald, who has done so much, and Rebecca. And, we have all of our legislators here. And of course, Steve Engelbright. Steve has been a longtime champion for the environment, and we listen to him. And we have our legislator from the Deer Park area. So, Mr. Donnelly, thank you. Want to say it? Come on.
Kevin.
Come on, say it.
Happy day.
So I could spend a long time, and each of a few people here, they gave me a list of people that are going to be speaking. But this is now in the hands of where it should be, in the hands of, and we have Trish Bergen, who just came in late. Thank you. This is now in the hands of the people of Suffolk County. Our future is in their hands, as it should be. We're going to make an investment. I expect in the next few years that we are going to be doing somewhere upwards to $500 million of sewers over the next few years. I may not see all of it during my tenure, but I'm determined to start. We're starting now with a number of projects in the capital project. We're finishing up the Forge River sewage treatment plant. We're working in Kings Park and Smithtown. We're looking at other sewers throughout the county. And we are going to do what is necessary. And the one gal that is helping me is my Deputy County Executive for Environment and many other things. Come on up here. Jennifer Youngst. She's going to be helping us coordinate all of this, along with a lot of people at DPW. We are going to put this county and invest in its infrastructure. We are going to invest in its infrastructure, starting with sewers, roads. And my message is to those who take the money for major transportation. And I would, I don't always agree with Steve Levy, but I'm going to point out in today's Newsday, there's a column. Read that column. Too much of the money that should be going for transportation on this island, to electrify our rails, to improve our roadways, are not coming here. And we're going to make a fight for that. But today we talk about sewers and clean water. This is critical to us. This is critical to our future. And I probably said too much, and we have so many competent, capable people here that I will ask our presiding officer to come up and say a few words.
Thank you.
He's got his pen on.
I have my water pin on here. It's been a long time coming, but we got here, and it was a long journey. There's a lot of kind of back and forth, you may say, about how this would end up, and different opinions. But one opinion we all shared is the need to do something to protect our groundwater and our surface waters. And the only way to do that is to figure out a way where we could have a long-term funding source to be able to support those infrastructure needs that the county executive laid out. It's so very important that we had this group that come together, and it wasn't always easy, right, Adrian? It was a little rough, but I guaranteed it. I guaranteed we would get this done. And I worked closely with someone, Fred Thiel, I can't thank enough. We reached a compromise that is going to enable us to make these changes that are not only be monumental, but generational, which means that these are the things that are going to be able, that we're going to look back, that's going to help not only our children, but our grandchildren to keep the Suffolk County the way it should be, to protect our groundwater and also our surface waters. That's why we live here, because of the bays, the streams, and the beaches we come to. If we don't have that, we're going to be out of luck. A lot of work that needs to get done, including sewers in Deer Park, which I keep promising my good friend and colleague, Tom Donnelly, that we're going to get done. There's a lot of work to be done on the East End, where we're going to be, these innovative wastewater systems are going to be so helpful in those areas that where they are appropriate. So I'm proud to be a part of this and glad to be here today to celebrate. Thank you, Mr. County Executive.
Thank you. And a lot of communities are on my mind, and Deer Park is one of them. And I will tell you, if you look at the 405 account, which is an account that exists, if we can settle the dispute with the Southwest Sewer District, there's $100 million, and that's earmarked for Deer Park and Wheatley Heights. Our minority leader is supposed to be next, but I don't see Jason here, so I'm going to ask Steve Engelbreit to speak for the minority.
There you go.
Mr. County Executive, congratulations. Before you actually took this office, you were already working on this problem. And I know that everyone here respects you for doing that, and it led directly to our being here today to put this issue before the people. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much.
Steve, thank you.
And to my friend Fred Thiel, thank you. You didn't have to sponsor this 2 years in a row, but you did. And we're grateful for that. And thanks to everybody who advocated. Thank you all.
Thank you. Fred Thiel is our next speaker, longtime assemblyman, former supervisor of Southampton, former county legislator, my assemblyman. Come on up.
Thank you, Ed. And what brings us here today is clean water. All of us are united behind the concept of water quality, improving water quality, because in Suffolk County, on Long Island, clean water isn't just about the environment, it's about the economy. No matter what aspect of our local economy you talk about, and certainly that's the case on the East End with farming and fishing and tourism, all depend on clean water. And that is why you see this rather unique coalition of people that have come together for this. It's in business and labor and the environment and local government all coming together for the issue of clean water. And Suffolk County has been a leader in the environment for decades and had a plan, their sub-watershed plan. They knew how to address the issue of reversing the trend of declining water quality. But what was needed to make sure that that plan didn't end up on a shelf, collecting dust, was a recurring revenue source on the local level to be able to provide for the infrastructure, whether it's sewers or IA systems, and also allow Suffolk County to use those recurring local dollars to leverage State Bond Act money, federal infrastructure money, to put together a financial plan to go with the environmental plan to protect clean water. So, to get here, I can only think of the great philosopher Jerry Garcia of the Grateful Dead. What a long, strange trip it's been. But we are here today and to take the next step. And the final step is to let the voters decide this in November. And again, it was a pleasure to be part of this coalition, a public-private partnership. As Ed mentioned, Democrats, Republicans, and Independents. I've been all of them, so I was glad to work on this, and congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
And by the way, everyone up here could speak to this issue, but we're going to keep it short because I want to sign the bill. Next, we have Kevin McDonald from the Nature Conservancy. He's been a consistent advocate of getting this done. He has worked so hard behind the scenes to try to make sure that this would pass. So, Kevin, come on up here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm reminded of my favorite Winston Churchill quote, which is, Americans will always do the right thing after they've tried everything else. And this is an example of people continuing to work to find a solution that we can bring to the voters. And that only happened with the extraordinary leadership of County Executive Ed Romaine, and his capable staff, Kevin McCaffrey's leadership, the leadership of the Legislative Council, that worked some hard issues through, but have a really good proposal. And I'm really proud on behalf of the Nature Conservancy to say we think this is a national leading initiative unmatched by any county anywhere in America. A major investment in groundwater protection, a major investment in water quality restoration from the development that has been contaminating our groundwater and our surface water. We're going to fix that. This is a promise to future generations for cleaner water, a more reliable environment, better bays and harbors, returns of shellfish that some of us with the right hair color remember only as stories we heard about our communities in high school, and those opportunities are now lost. Shellfish and finfish and dying turtles. The shellfish and finfish we want more of, dying turtles we want less of, right? And we can get natural systems to recover when you remove the offending pollutants that we have ample evidence we now know is our problem. So, but for the leadership of everybody behind us and even others who worked on this for the last dozen years, this is a tremendous opportunity and a wonderful legacy, and my congratulations to you.
I would be remiss if I did not mention the support of the labor unions, who have been key in this. They are our allies. They know this means jobs. They need good paying jobs, and they know that these jobs will be doing great work for Long Island's future. Next, we have Mark Herbst, who's head of the Contractors Association for Long Island, and someone that can talk about all the work jobs that is. It's not only a program to reclaim our waters, it's a program that will give a short shot in the arm to our economy by creating some very good green jobs.
Thank you, Mr. County Executive. It's a little warm in here, isn't it? A little hot. You know, it's even hotter outside. This is the time of year where the humidity is just unbearable. We just came through a holiday week. It's the time we love to live on Long Island. We certainly want to go swimming. We can't close our beaches. We need a good quality system to care for the water so we keep the beaches open. And County Executive, I had an issue this weekend, had my grandchildren over, driving me nuts. And you know why they were there?
Why?
Because my daughter's bathroom system backed up because of sewers, because of cesspools. So I'm living the problem, and we're going to fix it, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
So when you get the complaints from home and family, you know there's a problem, and we've got to deal with it. And this is an opportunity, this is an exciting time where we can, quality of Long Island is essential for our waters, also our jobs. Our industry is represented, I represent the Long Island Contractors Association, heavy construction industry that hires the best professionals in the workforce, organized labor, the Long Island Federation of Labor, the Nassau-Suffolk Building, Congress, all of us working together to make sure we are willing, ready, and able, once the voters make the decision that we know is needed to build the sewers and put the IA systems in, to support the work that we've had from this wonderful gathering of elected officials and the coalition that's been around over 5 years. And it's not getting together for this event. This is a group that's not disbanding. We're going to continue to work with you because of your legacy in the environment and what you continue to do. And my good friend back here, our legislative leader, who's done a fantastic job. And let me just finally say, my good friend, Fred Thiel, who we've known for years, congratulations. Thank you for your years of service. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And Mark, you know we're going to work together on transportation. You know. All you have to do is read Newsday today. Mr. Toppings, who's a Peconic Bay keeper, thank you for coming. Kevin McAllis, who's Defend H2O, thank you for coming. Thank you for all the legislators. And last but not least, because every one of these people could come up here and talk, particularly the New York League of Conservation Voters, who I am so proud of for their advocacy for so many things. But we also have Adrian Esposito, who's the executive director of Citizens Campaign for the Environment. And we're talking about clean water, we're talking about sewers, we're talking about a whole host of other things. Come on up.
Thank you. Well, Mark said we've been together for 5 years, but time flies when you're having fun. It's actually over 10 years. So today, with the signing of this bill, 10 years of working together, collaborating, 10 years of science, 10 years of meetings, 10 years of hard, thoughtful work will all become culminating in one signing of the bill. Today represents that we will put the future of clean water in Suffolk County in the hands of Suffolk County voters. And that vote will not only be about clean water in Suffolk County, it will be about preserving our maritime culture. It's about protecting public health. It's about protecting our home values and our local economy and our tourism dollars. There's a lot wrapped up in this vote in November. Also, fixing our water problem will make Long Island's coastline stronger. It will improve our wetlands, allow seagrass beds to regrow, making us stronger and more resilient to hurricanes and storms, sea level rise, and nor'easters. There's a lot riding on this vote in November. And the environmentalists and labor, our coalition, will be working together to do a massive public education campaign throughout Suffolk County to inform and educate the voter about the importance of this vote so that we can get it right. And we can make sure that after all this work, after a decade of hard work, Suffolk County can once again not be, well, can for now not be the septic capital of the world, but rather be the clean water capital of the world. That's how much is riding on this vote. And I have to end, since I'm the cleanup voter, about once again really thanking everyone. Nothing brings Republicans and Democrats and environmentalists and labor together like the issue of clean water. And we really have that in Suffolk County. It is not a political issue. It is a human issue. It's an everyone issue. And the fact that we come together to serve the public in this way is something we all should be proud of, and which I'm personally very, very grateful for. So thank you for everyone for working together, getting through this. We look forward to embarking on a massive public education campaign, and we look forward to the vote in November. Thank you again, and thank you to our county executive for his leadership.
Thank you again. I cannot thank enough the people behind me and the people that aren't here that are behind you who made this all possible. Today is a lesson. Together we're stronger. Together for Long Island. Together for Suffolk. We can build a better island. This is step one, clean water. Step two, and Mark knows this, I'm going to be talking about transportation. We are getting shortchanged, and we are going to fight for our dollars, and we're going to fight for improvements in transportation so we're not clogged with traffic. And then we're going to look at the other major issues, because we should, and I will, demand better for the future of this island and those who live on it. And I know with this coalition and coalitions like this, we will advance the future of this island until so many people want to leave elsewhere to come here that we'll be surprised. So we're going to do what is right, and we're going to start with clean water. And this gal and all of the people behind me are going to be out there advocating for the adoption of this referendum this November, and we move forward. And as Jennifer can tell you, we have a whole list, which we were meeting with today, of all the sewers, all the projects, what has to be done, what order it has to be done, how it has to be put out to bid or RFP. And we are going to be breaking ground should this referendum pass, because we already have money in the capital budget for some of our sewers. But we're going to add to it with this referendum, and we are going to do the right thing for the future of this county. God bless. I'm happy to sign this. Let me just sign this as of today. We move forward. Today is July 8th.
Very good.
Mike said nobody moves, so nobody moves.